Goodwin is the Chief Executive Officer of Greater Bank, the Hunter region's only locally headquartered bank. Scott worked for advisory firm PricewaterhouseCoopers before coming to the banking sector to develop the internal audit and risk management function at the then Greater Building Society. He became Chief Risk Officer in 2010, and it was in 2014 he was elevated to the role of CEO. Scott is innovation and process improvement focused with a passion for challenging the status quo. Welcome, Scott. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, no problems. Thanks for having me.
To begin, what do you think makes a good leader?
That's a very good question. I think what makes a great leader really depends upon, I guess, in many respects, the circumstances and the challenges that you're facing in a particular business. For me personally, probably some of those key characteristics really revolve around understanding the importance of culture in anything that you're looking to do in any business, and that you've got the right culture and capability to deliver on the strategic intent you have. Because I'm very firmly of the view that if you don't, that culture will very much eat into whatever strategic intent you have to take the business forward. I think you need to be able to be a good communicator. Your ability to sell that message, sell that case for change is what will bring people with you and enable you to have strong engagement, and a strongly engaged business is a business that moves forward. I think also being open to a bit of dissonance, being prepared to get out on the front line and listen to alternative views, not necessarily in all cases thinking you're the smartest guy in the room, and being prepared to accept that maybe there is another view that is the right view other than your own, I think is really important. And probably also, trust and integrity. Again, people will follow and support people who demonstrate trust, integrity. That will get people behind you, whether it's your managers or whether it's your directors, in terms of how they want to support you to go forward.
How would you describe your leadership style?
I look very modestly all of the things that I covered before, but to be completely honest, look, again, I'm the sort of person who's, again, very focused around the cultural aspects, and I'm very interested in terms of making sure I've got that culture and those capabilities, got the right people around me who are on board and supporting where we're going. I also think I'm the sort of person who does really enjoy the debate, the discussion, understanding the alternative points of view, again, to make sure that everything's on the table, that you are arriving in the right direction and with the right answers in terms of where you want to go.
Scott, what are some of the key issues facing you and other leaders of Hunter businesses?
Look, I think certainly disruption is the buzzword of the moment, and I think all businesses, including regional businesses, are facing disruption at the moment and are unsure as to how exactly they respond to the disruption. I think it's really easy to get caught up in the technology at times and to chase some of the excitement of the different technology solutions. Again, from my perspective, I think it's really important to, again, come back and make sure that you've got the culture and the capabilities right, not only in terms of responding to the disruption and the change that you're seeing then, but to also be able to be set up to respond to the disruption and change you're going to see in the future. Because the only thing I can tell you with any guarantee is that the change and the disruption is going to continue, and it's probably going to accelerate. The other key piece, I think, to understand in that space is that disruption comes from ultimately people probably better understanding the needs of your customers than you do yourself. That's what enables them to disrupt you. If you are very much continually focused in terms of what your evolving customer needs and wants are, you are continually evolving with those needs and wants, you're going to make it a lot less easy for people to disrupt you, and you're going to be in a better position as the technology changes come along, assuming you are open to them, to decide which of those are probably the right ones to meet your customers' needs.
What's a good thing about doing business in the Hunter?
Yeah, look, I think the Hunter, like a lot of regional markets, are great places to do business because you do get that sense of community bonding with a business. And I think regional markets and the Hunter in particular, there is a real willingness to work with and consider challenger brands like ourselves, provided that challenger brands like ourselves actually deliver on the proposition that we actually make to those people.
And to finish today, what local business person do you find inspiring?
Oh, look, I think there's a lot of inspiring local business people in Newcastle. I guess in terms of what's probably more visible to me, I think NIB is a really exciting success story in terms of Newcastle, in terms of evolving what was a mutual at some point in time into an organisation that's actively challenging their entire marketplace in which they're operating.
Excellent. Thanks so much for your time today, Scott.
Thank you.